My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. Down the left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big pickup of 38. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
7 yards there and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Panthers at 500 at 6-6. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Penix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw with Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 28-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Here's Rudolph off play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2nd and 9. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get him is the idea.
And a decent effort, but they'll mark him down about 3 yards shy of the first. 7-7, our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Rudolph now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 17 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
2nd and 10.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
Now Penix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Rudolph. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it?
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they needed two. They could only get one. 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check, go.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the air, Penix. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
18, run, go! Mustang 19 tight.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Rudolph. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 4th down, Rudolph. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Peterson running right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down. Now Rudolph. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's a diving catch right side. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Pacheco is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Now it's Rudolph. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards. Now they'll audible to something else.
60 Eagles. Check. Panther. Smash. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Check go.
Here's Penix. He finds his man, complete. It's Wells. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it, right?
Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to throw, Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go. Check.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Bates' kick is good. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Let's go. Warriors 70.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go now. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you?
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rudolph. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Rudolph. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Rudolph looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Got a man. That's Legette. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Penix working out of the gun here. Forced out to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll throw with Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
65 catch.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down at the 25.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Looking to throw, Penix. Flushed out right. And he's got his big tight end here. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here as we begin overtime, they're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And, look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going in their direction right now.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Check smash. Check smash.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A play fake. Now Penix being chased out left. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So a win here for the Panthers, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran.